Well, that's what you do when you're growing a business. It's just you sacrifice everything.
Yeah, this week we're going to be flying someone out to Colombia to be trained up to be a better looking version of me. It won't be too difficult, but they'll be taking over all the emails, all the communications, so I don't have to fuck around with thumbnails.
Yeah, that's the part of scaling the business. When you're just starting to make enough money, that's when you can start to hire good talent, which is what takes you to the next level. Most people, they don't pay enough for the talent and they don't know how to train them. And that's the hardest hump to get over. The first hardest hump is starting the business and making your first like 10 grand. But once you're making that, is trying to double down and say, I'm willing to spend most of my income to where I can then 10x my income on the staff.
And that's the thing, like, you don't have to be a genius to be able to start a business that starts to make you $5 or $10 or maybe even $15,000 a month. I mean, that a lot of people can do that. It's very achievable. The difficult part is actually hiring the right talent to take you from 10 or 15K a month to 30 or 50K a month.
Yeah.
I already ran into that roadblock last year in 2023,
Yeah.
and my business model just could not sustain more than $15,000 a month without me working 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working probably 4 hours a day, maybe 5 hours a day, making the same money.
We just took on a bunch more work. Therefore, it's going from 4 hours a day to 40 hours a day. That's actually how it feels. But it's fun, also stressful. That's why it's such a high urgency to hire really good talent really quick and pay whatever for it. That's a good business model.
Yeah, I'm literally going to buy, if we have a successful business meeting today,
Yeah.
I'm literally going to be buying some plane tickets for somebody to fly them out here this week to...
What do you think?
train up.
Why do you want to live in person and you don't want to have an online business? Why do you need them in person training?
I think it'd be easier to train someone in person, and I think if you fly an employee out to Colombia, where you're staying in a pretty nice place, I think it also kind of raises the stakes on their end. And say, like, look, you work.
Well, and they see how hard you work. That's the key thing. Like when everybody is competitive and they want to be around competitive people. And if you put someone in the environment that we're in right now, Luke, where we're working from the second we wake up to the second we go to bed, and we're in bed thinking about work, it's hard not to be forced into that situation where who would not want to do that? And then you actually see how satisfying it is to work hard. And then you get the results. And then you have a compounding feedback mechanism of wanting to work harder because the results are getting better, and then you're making more money, and because you're making more money because you're working harder, it's just everything is smooth sailing.
Exactly. I'm willing to literally spend thousands of dollars to get a manager over here and see what it's actually like living in person in Colombia.
Well, that's how it is with PJ right now.
Exactly.
Because you're jealous.
Yeah.
You're jealous.
I need a new PJ.
I know.
And I think once someone experiences what life could be like living in Colombia, getting paid good dollars, living a good life.
Well, PJ, how is it getting instantly access into the lifestyle?
I mean, PJ's for context as well, PJ's about to get on a plane tomorrow morning to go to St. Bart's, the island of billionaires.
And well, then there's some cool shit going on after.
Yeah.
We'll be flying on private jets, hanging out with
Yeah,
the
it's
guys.
crazy. It is a lot different being in the environment to where you're just starting off trying to learn stuff, but you're at your parents' house, in your room doing the work all day by yourself. That type of environment can seriously demotivate you. But when you're thrown into the environment where your partners are just dialed in, they're excited to work, they're getting pumped up because strides are being made, you're also feeling that same emotion while the growth is happening, and it really pushes you a lot faster than as if you were on your own. Also, being with the team, you get on that track a lot more.
So what you're articulating right now, I work with exceptionally large businesses, and I work with a real billionaire. And what he said is one of the biggest drivers of business that you can't track is momentum. And when you have momentum, everything is compounding and it snowballs into something really large really quickly. But without momentum, it is almost impossible to start. And so having a business that has momentum, you just want to get on that train and you want to be rolling with it.
Yeah. Josh, what benefits have you gotten from committing to doing a video a day every day?
And most people are going to say, well, Josh, you get 0 results, no one watches your videos, like there's no reason to do this. But there's such a deep level of satisfaction and my biggest benefit has been one, the communication ability. Two, my main goal is I want to try and find incredibly high skilled employees, which is why we're actually going to try and take the channel to the next level, because the only way to find that talent is if people are watching you. And so I'm going to start to build a team just for the personal channel to really try and build something cool with the goal of finding employees, because right now there's so many opportunities to grow my business. The thing that is preventing me is finding the top talent in the world. And when you are someone that has an audience, you can get the top talent, and they want to work for you, and they want to be a part of the mission, that is the key thing that I think people don't realize comes with having an audience. Most people just try and monetize an audience, but actually if you can find the best employees in the world, for me, that would be worth spending 10 grand a month on the personal channel just to find the employees that you'd also be spending 10 grand a month on.
So it's interesting. At first, it was just a gut instinct that you had to do it. You had the idea and you had to do it. You didn't exactly use it as a means to, find employees. But now at the stage, 300 days in, it's the perfect way for you to find employees and scale your business.
Yeah, and what's really weird is when I started it, I was in a bad habit of telling myself I would do something and breaking my word. I would say, I'm going to eat healthy for the next month and not put poison in my body, and then I would do that. And I was in a bad, just continuous loop of keep on going back on my word. And I told myself just one night, I was like, I'm going to do a video every day for 1,000 days. And then I started doing one for like 3 days, and I'm like, fuck, this is actually going to be a lot of commitment. But I was angry at myself, and I said, Josh, you fucking pussy, you have to do it because you're being a bitch recently. And so then you get into a routine. Like for the first 30, 40, 50, and like 60 days, you don't have a habit of doing a video. But now every day I just understand, okay, a video is going to be had. Same thing with going to the gym. We go to the gym every single day, not even because you want to, you just need to. It becomes
part of your life.
It is part of your life. And that's kind of how making a video every day has become.
I think that's the power of, getting into a habit too.
Yeah.
Like you get yourself to a spot where you don't even think about it. Just like, oh, of course I'm making a video today. And, you definitely, do you think you got a lot more discipline doing this?
I usually just do what has to get done, and my business has grown so much, I just am forced to work more. I mean, me and Luke are going to be slaving away. He's right in front of us working right now in the Uber. And we got Pamela. I mean, me and PJ are not choosing to sit butt to butt right now.